Welcome back everyone, Emo's back online. So there's going to be two videos coming out today. So this is the first one. I thought it would be a good idea just to give you some good news for a start. Tommy Robinson is due to be released in a few days. I'm sure you've heard, most of you, the news is out. He's due to be released at the discretion of the prison authorities sometime next week. Now, it's not all done and dusted. There needs to be processing done. He has to go through checks and balances, and hopefully the processing is going to run through smoothly and swimmingly. So I'm not going to be fully celebrating, jumping up and down until he's fully out, because he could be resentenced or recharged for another criminal offence. You name it. I mean, at this point, the government can do anything, literally, under the iron fist of the Star-Manator, Kim Jong-un, Keir Stalin, whoever you want to call him. Now, I think the first thing that has to happen is that Tommy Robinson needs to have the... Tommy Robinson is more than entitled to enjoy some family time, some quality time with his loved ones. I think he's earned that. I mean, 200 days in solitary confinement in a cell, no bigger than, I don't know, my own toilet. Even I can't do that. Most people wouldn't be able to do it, even if you paid them, I think. Surviving off tin tuna and crisps, I think that has a massive effect on his mental well-being and health. So let him recover and recuperate so that he has the energy. He has he can build up that spirit that he's always had, to join us, to lead us and rally the troops for these cultural movements, for the United Kingdom movements. I think that the move from Urban Scoop, his team, to take down that documentary, I think it was the right move. I think it definitely secured him an early release from prison. It's done its due. The message is out. 160 million views on that documentary. Incredible. It's been taken down off X. I think the message has been spread far and wide. He's done more than enough to spread the message about, government political corruption and government negligence when it comes to the sexual exploitation of children in the United Kingdom. That's been happening for years in the UK. And he was not the only one, but a major team player in contributing to this expose. But now, I want to talk about how Tommy Robinson would have to go about things moving forward. I think, from the knowledge that I've gathered, and also this is based on my personal opinion, he has three options in which he can do things moving forward. The first option is to continue doing all of these United Kingdom movements organised by Urban Scoop, get together patriots, Christians, all across the country together, and to protest against the government and to speak out against government corruption, against all of the issues that we have in this country, and to lend a voice to the voiceless, the working class people who deserve the credit that they are not given by Starmer, the Labour Party, the Tory Party, our politicians who do nothing but line up their six-figure salaries, their pockets, at the expense of the British taxpayer. Now, I think what has to happen is that it can't just be concentrated in central London. I think that Tommy Robinson needs to take a different approach and actually spread these marches from one part of the town to another part, from one part of the city to the next, in multiple locations all across the UK. And the reason being is because, it's not easy for people up north, Newcastle, Scotland, Wales, to get to central London. They have to book accommodation, transport costs. It costs a lot even for me to get to central London. So it's more than I think Urban Scoop and a lot of prominent individuals can come out and contribute to organising these kinds of events. I'm sure Richard Inman would be more than glad to organise these kinds of events around the country so we can rally the troops in multiple areas, make it easier for patriots to have an excuse to come out and to support their local communities, to support their fellow patriots, their fellow Christian communities, and to come out and actually wave the St. George's flag, the Union Jack flag in pride, and not feel isolated, ostracised and alone, and feel like they're being cornered by the far left, the woke mainstream media, by individuals who have nefarious intentions and who don't have the interests of the British people at hand, because they're too busy pandering about ethnic minorities and talking. Anyways, I'm rambling on, but yeah, these political, cultural marches, these movements, demonstrations, rallies, they need to happen all across the country. Second option, Tommy Robinson could really form an alliance between political parties, these small fringe right-wing groups, political parties like UKIP, the Integrity Party by Ben Habib, the English Constitution parties, and people on the right, Nick Coney, Ben Habib, Rupert Lowe, Andrew Cox, Andrew Bridgen, Howard Cox, Liz Truss, all of these capable, competent, prominent individuals who can come together. I think that Tommy Robinson, even though he's not a politician, he can actually enter into the political field in a subtle way to form a glue to allow these individuals to come on common ground, on a common wavelength, to lay down their personal reputation, their egos. We don't have time for that. We need to get on a common level and actually form a coalition, an alliance. I'm going to be talking about in the second video today in more detail, to form an alliance, a small right-wing alliance to smash the uni-party system, we absolutely can't have Nigel Farage as Prime Minister, obviously. So a right-wing alliance, that needs to happen. I think Tommy Robinson is the man who has the capability to do that, to table just a panel for these people to come together to discuss, to debate, and to have conversation as to exactly how we're going to fix the very issues that British people are concerned with in this country and how to save this country. I think he can be really the kind of, I don't know, salad dressing that mixes all the ingredients together in a homogenous mix. The third option, this would be rather extreme. I think this would be in the most extreme cases. Richard Inman has already suggested this. Tommy Robinson could seek political asylum in the United States. I think this is an ideal, but I think he can do, if he is really persecuted hard by the state, by this authoritarian government, he can seek asylum in the US. He can do far more journalistic work over there and expose the corruption here in the UK, and he can awaken a lot of people over there to spread the message and to invigorate young people, or more people, more prominent voices and individuals into a mass movement, into a mass crowd of strong voices that can come together and expose this globalist elitist system that is destroying communities and destroying the United Kingdom, the very country that gave birth to the US Constitution, the man cast of the Bill of Rights, these constitutional amendments, first, second, third, you name it. The American Constitution comes from the United Kingdom. It has its roots in the English Constitution, and America does have the UK, Britain, to thank for that. And it's such an irony that the UK is the country that is going down the pan. The country that gave birth to democracy, to freedom of speech, to capitalism by Adam Smith, all of these virtues that have been spread all across the globe, and it's all going down the toilet. But I think Tommy Robinson can really do some good work over there. Maybe he can organise some talk with JD Vance, with Donald Trump. I mean, that is possible. It's unlikely. Definitely in the near future, that's unlikely. But we need to start getting together a plan. And Tommy Robinson, once he's recovered, we've given him the time to recuperate. I think he can definitely make some real change before the next general election come 2029. We really need to start rallying the troops and getting together a mass movement and awaken more people. So that's what's need to happen. That's my video about Tommy Robinson. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Do you have more ideas as to exactly what Tommy Robinson should do moving forward? God bless you all. I'll see you in the next video that's coming out today. God bless. God, you most